This is the Business on Top podcast with Shane Chernoff, VJ Patel, and Ben Siegel.
I love this company! Yeah!
Welcome back to Business on Top. We had a great conversation about RuneScape and old role-playing games over the break. But, I've had a lot of fun with you guys, and I also like to have fun in the kitchen too. And one of the things that I use when I'm in the kitchen is Mima's Chimi. And I wanted to let you guys know that this episode is brought to you by Mima's Chimi. Did you know that?
No, did you know that?
Yeah, we make things...
This
is how we make things conversational here. Did you guys know that Mima's Chimi is an all-natural, authentic, all-purpose chimichurri sauce that's locally made right here in Boca Raton?
Oh, sounds good.
Did you also know that Mima's Chimi can be used on almost anything? Steak, chicken, fish, impossible meat, which I made just the other night. Some air fryer tacos with some impossible meat and Mima's Chimi mixed in there. Man, when it marinates in there, pretty solid. Get a little Taco Bell sauce on there. You sprinkle some cheese and some shredded lettuce. Man, you got dinner for days. It is fantastic.
We need a Mima's Taco Bell collab.
That would be awesome. The possibilities are endless, though. Even if you're vegan or keto or vegetarian friendly, it does work for any diet. And one more thing. The chimi comes in an 8-ounce jar and can be ordered at www.mimaschimi.com. And I'll tell you what, if you're in South Florida, are you in South Florida?
Oh,
VJ, are you in South Florida?
Oh, I'm in South Florida.
We're in South Florida. Oh my God, we're in South Florida. So we have good news. It's available at Doris' Italian Market in Boca Raton, Bravo Supermarket in Pembroke Pines. Shout out to my people in the Pines. And soon to be in El Bodegon in Lake Worth. Remember, it's not chimi if it's not Mima's.
Yeah.
Let's go!
I did the read successfully for the first time.
You got it.
I wanted to try something a little bit more creative, and this was something that I thought of on my way into my day job today, which I do not have any intention of quitting anytime soon. But we wanted to do something called the Business on Top Topics of the Day, and we decided that didn't exactly roll off the tongue. So what we're calling these are the B.O.T.T.O.Ds, Topic of the Day. And we each have a few. And we're going to just toss it around the room. And we're going to get after it.
Kind of how you thought about structuring it, right? We're kind of going in the PTI, pardon the interruption kind of.
Yeah, I think people enjoy things when they're put into like tiny bite-sized pieces. And for the most part, our segments are, 15 minutes at a time. Mm-hmm. But there's so much shit that we want to talk about. You're not necessarily going to be able to package that into it. And, this podcast talks a little bit about everything.
It's a little bit of a lightning round.
So, we all got a lot on our minds. And, usually when we have a 45 to 50 minute show, it's hard to capture a listener's attention if you're talking about something for too much time. Mm-hmm. So this is, bing, bang, boom, topics of the day, in your face, slam dunk, content, all up in here, bringing it fresh to you.
Love it.
So that was my idea. This was
Perfect.
This was my brainchild. So we're gonna brush it off. So
I'm tired of waiting. Let's get into it.
Let's get it. So topic number 1 on the B.O.T.T.O.Ds. This guy Borat is back. Sacha Baron Cohen's greatest creation, the iconic character who encouraged so many bad impressions back when we were in high school. You remember? Very nice. It's good. And he's returned. He's back for a second film. Borat dropped yesterday. We're getting the sequel 14 years after the original. It's crazy that it's been nearly 15 years. But maybe it's a good time for it because this is just a very weird time and it's a very weird movie. We've already seen that he's got former Mayor Giuliani tied up into some controversy. Boys, are you stoked about Borat 2?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I still quote Borat 1.
Do you really?
Yeah. Very nice.
14 years later, we're still...
the not joke?
Yeah.
Every black and not.
Every week, I'm saying that once or twice. It's I'm looking forward to it just because I remember how awkward it was the first movie. I know I couldn't watch it with my parents.
Yeah.
It would have been weird.
Yeah.
And this is going to be another one where you can't watch it with your
parents. This one is like watch it with your peers. Definitely don't watch it with your parents. I mean, but that's the idea, he's a performance artist. his entire concept is to make you uncomfortable and make you think like, okay, this is really how people are. Because if you remember, there were like suits. You remember the guys from South Carolina who said like a bunch of racist things and they like, wanted to sue him for defamation? It's like, look, that stuff didn't come out of Sacha Baron Cohen's mouth. Like, he's playing a character. That's who you are.
Yeah.
And I think we're probably going to see something in like a very similar vein when we see Borat 2. I'm sure that Giuliani's probably only about the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think Borat 2 might be a good maybe relief for what we're going through now. Maybe a good laugh for everyone. People can maybe steer their attention to Borat 2 and away from this pandemic. Hopefully, but we'll see. I'm excited to see it.
Yep.
Next, B.O.T.T.O.D.
All right, so as both of you know, I recently started getting involved with the sports card market. It's booming. It's booming, boys, and it's only going up from here. And I haven't really gotten involved in this side of the market, but Pokemon cards are back, big time, and cards are selling for thousands and thousands of dollars. Like cards when we got in the 90s when we were collecting those like shitty like paper cards.
Yeah.
Well, if you have any of those shiny shitty paper cards around, they're probably going for thousands of dollars.
I would say just check your attic, folks, based on the conversations that you and I have had off air.
Yeah, me and my brother have not been able to find ours. We're convinced it got thrown away on the move, and we're heated. My parents swear they're somewhere in the garage, so me and my brother are about to tear that garage open, because if we have thousands of dollars sitting in there, we need to start selling.
At one point, did you ever have like the Charizard, like the one that everybody like gets excited about? That's like a $30,000 card, apparently.
I never did.
No.
I had it. I had it.
Oh,
it wasn't a first edition though, but of course I can't find it.
Yeah.
I had Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise.
Ooh.
God, I wish I knew where the Blastoise was, but I have a few cards, but it's like, God, they have so much sentimental value, and like for me to like flip them, for what they're going for on eBay, the non-first editions, it just doesn't really make sense for me to do it. I'm just gonna sit on them.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have them? Are they at your parents' house?
I have a couple.
See, that's the craziest. Like we all remember having hundreds of them.
Yeah.
But
they all just disappear into thin air. It's
I
like,
asked my mom or like my parents, like, where are they? And they're like, they probably threw them out.
Or they sold them and kept the money.
They knew the trend before us. Yeah. No, I'm all in for that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
We've had them. I think we all have collections at some point, and
I even have a Yu-Gi-Oh collection.
Me too.
I have Yu-Gi-Oh.
Same. It's gonna be next.
Yeah, right, I'm telling you, hop in the card market. The money's there. Money's there.
Curse of Playoff Kershaw broken. Game 1 of the 2020 MLB World Series featured the veteran with a 6-inning, 1 earned run, 8K, 1 walk performance.
You said that off the top of your head?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I'm not looking at.
Dude, that's impressive.
I'm not looking at.
Big Kershaw fan over there.
I'm not looking at.
That's amazing. This guy's a freaking almanac over here.
So the Dodgers won 8-3 in that game. So do you guys think the curse is actually broken? Or you think it's a fluke?
I think a lot of that was overblown. I think people think about Kershaw in that Game 5 when the Astros just crushed him in the 7th inning, and one of the things that we forget is that they cheated that year. They
also cheated both years. They beat the Yankees in the ALCS,
yeah.
but
nobody talks about that one.
Yeah.
You're talking about a generational lefty with a curveball like no one has ever seen before.
Absolutely.
I know my roommate was sitting on the couch and he's not a big baseball fan, but he sees that curveball and he was like, that's insane. And it's like, yeah, imagine like actually being there and trying to hit it, let alone like watching it. Because when you see, pitches, when you're looking at them at a screen, sure, you can see it because you're seeing it from like the best possible viewer's perspective. But think about getting in the box and trying to hit something that's going nearly 90 miles an hour. That's faster than I drive on the highway by at least 10 miles an hour. You get a breaking ball that starts out at your eyes and it ends up pretty much at your knees. I mean, good luck.
Yeah. I'll say his start. I mean, he's gonna throw again. Probably game.
And I think it'll be great.
Probably game 5, I would guess. Yeah. Right, game 5.
It would be potentially that's the closeout game.
Yeah. So
if they're up 3-1, they're definitely pitching him in game 5.
If he throws another good outing in 5 or whatever game he pitches, I'll say the curse is broken. But until then, nope.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ben, you believe it when you see it. This is a very weird time. We are a little less than a week away from pandemic Halloween. I'm not sure how this is going to go, but I'll tell you one thing. Business on Top will have a Halloween special for you next week. We are bringing it. We will be in costume, and I am very excited about this. Have you guys thought about what costumes that you guys are going to be wearing? Any characters that you had in mind?
I have, but I don't want to reveal it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Confidential for now. I wonder if the only way to find out would be to tune in and listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and watch us on YouTube to figure it out. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah. We're not revealing it anywhere else other than I guess YouTube, because you can actually see it.
And if you do find us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, and on YouTube, don't forget to the Business on Top podcast. And you know what you should do to the Business on Top podcast? You should like, rate, review, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, re-rate, re-review the Business on Top podcast. VJ Patel, Shane Chernoff, Ben Siegel. Let's get it. God, what was your favorite Halloween costume that you've ever worn?
I used my go-to for years was Hercules.
That's a good one.
I had the whole chest, the armor that looked like a washboard abs with a stuck out.
Nice.
chest.
I love the fake abs. The fake abs are the classic addition to any Halloween costume.
I was brown and the chest was more of a whitish tone.
You're not Greek?
No.
Mine would probably be.
I always thought Patel was a Greek name.
Me too. I don't know what happened.
Back in the day, White Power Ranger. The White Ranger.
Okay.
Everyone knew the. Well,
Tommy.
were you guys into Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was okay.
Tommy. Yeah, Tommy. Dude, I love. Oh my god.
White, green Ranger.
White, green. Yeah. White Ranger, Green Ranger.
What about the Red Ranger? I thought everyone
Red
liked the Red
Ranger was
Ranger.
the leader before Tommy
That was the blonde guy, right?
kicked him out. And, no, the Red Ranger.
Yeah, it was.
No, he was.
He was bad. He was a bad guy when he was green for a little bit.
Yeah, Tommy was.
Yeah.
But
Oh god, I remember that.
White Power Ranger is probably the best.
Hey, maybe
my favorite.
Maybe we should just be the Power Ranger. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's.
Because that's what I was gonna say. I'm going Reese's. I mean, favorite candy period is Take 5, and now they have the Reese's Take 5s, which are amazing. Oh, you can't go wrong with Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Top 3, I've probably got like typical Halloween candy that you get. Peanut butter cups number 1.
I like Snickers.
Twix
Snickers.
number 2,
Ooh,
and then
Twix.
I guess Snickers would be 3 for me.
So, I don't know how it was down here, but it was wonderful in New York Halloween time because there were so many apartment buildings, right? And as kids, we would go to the top floor, right? Floor 18 or whatever the top floor was in that apartment building. Just work our way down every floor, right? So you'd hit 18 floors, you'd have a full bag of candy after building 1, right? And you could do that to every apartment building in Bayside. Not only the apartment buildings, there were a ton of townhomes around it. So by the time it was all said and done, I mean, you'd get a solid 4 or 5 bags of candy, and then, as many of you know, I was in heaven.
Yeah, no, I honestly would be all about that still, and then honestly I was like, God, I wish I could go trick-or-treating, and then I realized I have enough money that I can just go to the store and buy all the candy I want now.
Well, just wait till after Halloween when it goes on clearance.
Exactly. That gets dangerous.
Yeah.
But, that's the kind of stuff that I just think about, and you kind of come to realize it. First, VJ, do you have a Urban Dictionary phrase of the day for us?
I am. All right.
Do you need me to filibuster?
I got one. It's not our best one, but
it'll do.
Pretty good.
It'll do.
All right. Smexy.
Okay.
This is a lot like Shexting.
I don't think it is.
Schmexy?
I think it's just a different way to say sexy.
Schmexy.
I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to it. It's
one
just
guess.
It's a very fancy.
No philosophical answers here. Let's go.
Just very
so
sexy.
Hot and sexy. SH. So hot and sexy.
Kind of. No.
Okay, it's half right.
So it's smart and sexy.
Oh, okay.
And in some cases, sexy and Mexican.
Okay, well.
So the sentence of the day is, Chris is a smexy guy. He's got straight A's and he's ripped.
Wow.
Damn you, Chris.
Yeah.
God.
Chris.
Let's
Making
move
us
on.
all look making us all look bad over here.
But until then, that is all the time we have for you on the Business on Top podcast. Thought it was a great show tonight, and we got a lot of good stuff for you next week. Halloween and episode 10. So, twice the reason to listen to Business on Top. Coming up next week, this was Shane Chernoff, B.J. Patel, Ben Siegel. Send you into your weekend. Stay tuned. Stay safe.